Do you find yourself using a lot of makeup to cover redness from rosacea and broken capillaries? If so, VBeam laser is a treatment you should absolutely look into. Welcome to Glamorous Habits. I'm Elisa, I'm a professional makeup artist, and I can't stand wearing a full face of makeup to hide my rosacea and broken capillaries. A couple of years ago, I made a short video about VBeam laser, and it got a lot of views across my social media accounts, and a lot of you had questions, so I wanted to make a full-length, deep dive video addressing everything I can possibly tell you. First of all, yes, I have tried prescription creams, but none of those really worked for me. They may work for you though. I've also tried anti-redness soothing creams, plant extracts supposed to strengthen capillary walls, and well, don't even get me started on the green makeup. But all that often expensive BS did nothing much other than waste my time and drain my wallet and leave me feeling disappointed. If I'm gonna spend my money, even $1, because I'm getting cranky like that as I get older, I'm gonna spend it on a sure thing with a proven and effective track record based on real science. So like I said, I'm a makeup artist. I'm not a doctor or dermatologist. This is not medical advice. I'm just a busy 52-year-old mom of 3 kids at 3 different schools, and I just want to keep my aging skin looking its best with minimal interventions at this point. So what is VBeam laser and how does it work? This laser emits a specific wavelength of light that is absorbed by hemoglobin in your blood vessels without damaging the surrounding skin. This causes the targeted vessels to collapse and fade, effectively reducing redness. This laser can be used to treat rosacea and persistent facial redness, broken capillaries and spider veins, cherry angiomas, vascular birthmarks, red acne scars, and even stretch marks in their red inflamed phase. Now before I go on, please see a dermatologist for this treatment. Yes, you may have read that VBeam is used to treat port wine stain birthmarks on babies, and that sounds pretty safe, right? Well, yes, in the right hands. Not everyone is a candidate for this laser. A dermatologist should be the one to not only determine if this treatment is right for you, but they should also choose the parameters for your treatment, especially if it's your first time. So the first time I did VBeam laser was in my late 20s actually. I had a lot of redness, broken capillaries, and breakouts at that time, and VBeam did wonders to fix those. So at that point, I had resolved to do this treatment once a year for maintenance. Fast forward to my early 30s, and I had my first baby. And then I had 2 more, and unfortunately, self-care took a backseat for many years. You may be able to relate. And then my dermatologist retired. So in my late 40s, I found a new dermatologist that I was comfortable with, very important, and I started doing VBeam again. And I was actually really nervous going back because it was like the first time all over again, but I wanted to feel good about my skin. What to expect during treatment? If this is your first time, you're probably wondering, does it hurt? Short answer, yes. And as pretty much all effective beauty treatments involve some kind of suffering, how much does it hurt? Well, on a scale from 1 to MAC just discontinued another favorite lipstick, I'd give it about a 4. It's uncomfortable. People say it feels like a rubber band snapping on your face, which I'd say is somewhat accurate, but it's a little more than that. To me, it feels like a really tiny and very strong rubber band pulled back really far, and the rubber band is maybe on fire a bit. But I'm okay with that because I'm of the typical Gen X, if it's not burning, it's not working mindset. Just kidding, it's not so bad. Before the laser actually hits your skin, the machine emits a protective cryogen cooling shot to make the treatment more bearable. There is this kind of weird smell though, and the machine is kind of loud. The treatment itself only lasts for about 15 minutes, and you might take some breaths and breaks in between. Your technician may then go over any larger or more concentrated areas of capillaries with a stronger setting. Certain areas can be more stubborn than others. It tends to sting most around the nose, the middle of the chin, and the forehead. Usually my eyes are watering quite a bit by the time the technician removes the protective goggles. Your face may feel hot and stinging for a good 10 minutes afterwards, so when you book your appointment, ask your clinic if they provide small ice packs. Otherwise, bring some from home or just a bag of frozen peas will do. This will feel good and will help with swelling. What to expect afterwards? You will likely have some bruising and swelling, especially if it's your first treatment. This was me before the first treatment I had in years. And this is what I looked like after, and you can see I look like I've been through something. Here's a day 2 photo, and you can really see the swelling, which lasted a few days since I hadn't done it in years, and it was like the first time all over again. I looked a bit messed up for a while, but now I have less bruising and swelling after treatments. That being said, I would not book a VBeam right before a special event. Also after, you need to stay out of the sun, so don't do this before a beach vacation. For a few days after, avoid alcohol, saunas, hot showers, vigorous exercise, or anything that will dilate the capillaries you're trying to kill off. You may also want to avoid active ingredients like retinol or physical exfoliators after and possibly before your treatment. Your dermatologist will tell you what you can use and when you can get back to your regular routine. Sunscreen is a must. Your dermatologist will also tell you to avoid the sun completely before a treatment, as tan skin can interfere with the laser's effectiveness and increase the risk for burns or discoloration. Incidentally, fall through spring is known as VBeam season. So when will you see results? In my experience, you should notice some fading of redness within a week. But if you have a lot of broken capillaries, you may need multiple treatments spaced about a month apart for optimal improvement. Even if you have just one treatment, the full results show most after about a month, and then you can decide from there if you need more. When I first got back into doing VBeam, I did 3 sessions back to back, and now I'm on a once-a-year maintenance plan. Is VBeam anti-aging? Absolutely yes. Getting rid of broken capillaries makes the skin look much more even-toned and healthy. This laser also boosts collagen and elastin production, so pores are slightly diminished, skin looks firmer and plumper. And my goal at 52 years old is to keep my skin in the best condition possible for as long as possible. Like I said before, with minimal interventions or procedures that carry greater risks and may yield unnatural looking results. So why don't you hear more about VBeam? Well, it's not a hot, sexy new treatment. Nope. It's been around since the 80s, FDA approved in 1986, and is still considered by many to be the gold standard for treating facial redness. And let's face it, nobody is really hyping up gold standard anything these days. So if you want to wear less makeup, improve your skin overall, and if procedures like radiofrequency microneedling and neuromodulators and fillers kind of freak you out a bit, VBeam goes a long way in improving the look of your skin. And having great skin goes a long way in helping you look vibrant and feel your best, even if you do have some laxity and expression lines, which is normal. I know if I look better, I feel better. And to quote the great Lisa Rinna, if I feel better, I'm nicer. Just ask my husband. And if you do get bruising, whether from VBeam or any other cosmetic treatment, and you want to cover it with makeup, check out this video here. Leave your questions or comments down below, and if you found this helpful, please give me a thumbs up and please subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. Stay glamorous.